noun phrase, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we have completed the adjective phrase also, isn't it?
No, ma'am.
No, no. Okay, okay. Some other class. Okay, some other class. I have completed all the phrases. Okay, so let us begin from noun phrase. Before starting noun phrase, let me ask Altina. Altina, can you give me the points of a phrase? How to identify a phrase?
Ma'am,
What is a phrase?
like a phrase is a group of
Hi, Ahmed Afridi here. Ahmed Afridi. Okay, Altina, tell me.
a group of words.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Altina. It's a group of words. Abhyuday George, another point. Another point, Abhyuday. Abhyuday. Yes, Anna Tekumtala. Anna, second point.
It may have a subject.
Very good. Sravana, another point.
Ma'am, it may contain non-finite.
Okay, chances for there to see the non-finite forms like into infinitive, participles and gerund in a phrase. Okay, Vinayak, another point.
It has no finite verb.
Okay, no finite verb. Malavika Bini, another point. Fast. No, she can't hear. Okay, Amida. Amida, can you tell me another point? It's a group of words without a verb. Okay, and next point. Fast, fast. I am moving to the next person, Ashish Unni. Ashish, can you define a phrase?
And has no definite meaning.
Definite meaning.
Nothing.
Definite meaning. Okay, that means incomplete in meaning. It is incomplete in meaning, and to get a complete meaning, it should be fitted within a sentence. Such a group of words without a verb is called a phrase. Okay, it may have a subject, may not. There are chances to see, because nouns are normally coming in the position like a subject, right? So it may have a subject. Okay, and we said there are 4 kinds of phrases. We have noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and prepositional phrase. Up to here, and also we have completed the noun phrase in the previous class. Okay, we have noun phrase, and you can see it acts or it functions like a noun within a sentence. Okay, and also it contains a noun in it. This is what we discussed in the previous class with the support of some examples, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now today we are learning the second kind of phrase called adjective phrase. Okay, the word itself is very familiar, adjective. A noun phrase acts like a noun within a sentence. So what about adjective phrase?
Acts like an adjective in a sentence.
It functions like an adjective which describes a noun in a sentence. Okay, it's a group of word. These group of word without a verb is called a phrase, and this phrase, it acts like an adjective which describes a noun in a sentence, right? So I have a few examples for you here. Let me share a screen for you. We have phrases. Okay, coming back, points to remember: phrases, kinds of phrases, and noun phrases completed, and I have adjective phrase. Look at here on the board, children. We have a phrase called adjective phrase. As I have told you, it acts like an adjective within a sentence. You know, it describes a noun. An adjective always describes a noun. It gives quality to the noun, or it talks more about a noun. Okay, such group of words without a verbs are coming under the category called adjective phrase. Okay, adjective phrase. Am I clear? Look at the example written on the board, children. Look at the examples written on the board. Look at the first example here. A coat of red color. A cot is a noun and of red color, a group of words which describes a noun and acts like an adjective is coming under an adjective phrase. Got it? Got it here? Of red color is a group of words without a finite verb and it describes a noun called a cot here. Okay? So we can call it as an adjective phrase. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear? Look at the second example. A bangle. Okay? It's a noun. And these group of words without a verb describes the bangle. Not silver, it is made up of gold. Clear? So here the group of words without a verb describes a bangle. A bangle is a noun. So it actually describes, made of gold is describing a bangle, a noun, and it functions like an adjective within the sentence. Clear? So it is coming under adjective phrase. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes,
Look at the
ma'am.
third example, a place without any person. Here, a place is a noun and without any person is a group of words without a verb, and these group of words without a verb describes a noun, a place. Okay? There you cannot see anyone. So these group of words without a verb is describing a place, a noun. So it is just describing the place so that it acts like an adjective and we can label it as an adjective phrase. Am I clear?
Yes,
ma'am.
Am I clear? Next example, second last example. She bought a beautiful brown chair. Okay? She bought a beautiful brown chair. Okay, here you can see beautiful brown. These two are the adjectives, comes just before the word chair is a noun and these two words are actually describing the chair. Okay, it is beautiful, it is brown, right? It is a beautiful chair, it is a brown chair. Who brought it? She brought it. Okay, or who bought it? She bought it. Okay, so my dear children, here these group of words without a verb describes a noun and it functions like an adjective and we can label it as an adjective phrase. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a noun phrase is a group of words without a verb and functions like a noun in a sentence and it contains a noun in it. At the same time, an adjective phrase, it acts like an adjective which describes a noun within a sentence. Am I clear?
Yes.
Am I clear?
yes, ma'am.
So it describes, explains, it adds more meaning to the noun. It functions, it gives a quality to the noun. Am I clear? So such a group of words and without a verb are coming under the adjective phrase kind. Clear?
Yes,
Am I clear?
ma'am.
Okay. Now
Yes, ma'am.
we have the next one called adverb phrase. Okay. What are adverbs? Okay, you said adjectives gives quality or it describes a noun. So what about adverb?
Ma'am, it describes a word.
ma'am.
Verb. Exactly. It adds meaning to the verb. Very good. Very good. So it adds a meaning to the verb. It describes a verb. Okay. So we add a more meaning or we describe a verb more with the help of an adverb. Okay. So we have here some examples. You know, an adverb phrase acts like an adverb which describes a verb within a sentence. This is the only method that you can or you will be able to identify an adverb within a sentence. Normally, an adverb always describes a verb. This example will satisfy your thirst of knowledge. Look at here. We have the next step, adverb phrase. As I have told you, an adverb, it acts like a what?
Like an adverb. in a
Adverb phrase acts like an adverb in a sentence. Okay. Look at the first example. All of you, please look at the first example. He drives a car in a very high speed. Look at the part of sentence in blue lettered words where a group of words without a verb and it describes it is describing not the noun, or it is not describing the pronoun or the subject, but it describes the movement of the car, right? So an action word drives here. So he drives a car not in a slow manner. He is driving the car with a very high speed. So these words or these group of words without a verb describes a verb. Okay. So these group of words which describes a verb are coming under the category called adverb phrase. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is not clear, you should tell me then and there itself. Okay. So my dear children, look at the board now. Look at the second example. The racer, subject. The racer was running very fast. So here the group of words with, yes.
Ma'am, I didn't understand.
Shravana, you did not get adverb phrase. Okay. So let me define first from the very first. Okay. Listen, an adverb adds a verb, or we can add or we can describe a verb with the help of an adverb. Clear? That is clear. He ran fast. How did he run?
He ran fast.
So the word fast describes the movement or the action word there, or the action took place already. He ran fast. Okay. So in the sentence he ran fast, the word fast is an adverb which describes a verb ran. He is not running slowly. He is not running very slowly. He ran fast. He is running it with a very high speed. Okay? Okay? That is clear. Is that clear for you now? Okay. Now an adverb phrase. Let us come back to the adverb phrase. Okay. Adverb phrase are a group of words. As you all know, a phrase is a group of words and it is incomplete in meaning and it does not have a verb in it. Okay. So in this example, we have a group of words without a verb in it. Okay. But it acts like an adverb within a sentence. How it acts like an adverb? It describes a verb.
A verb.
Okay? Those group of words without a verb describes. It describes a verb there. Such a group of words without a verb which acts like an adverb within a sentence is coming under the category adverb phrase. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear, Shravana? Okay,
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Is it clear? If it is not clear, I am ready to explain it once again. Is that clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, all of you please look at the screen. We have a screen here which describes an adverb phrase. See here, look at the third example. He fought in a brave manner. Okay? He fought in a brave manner. How did he fight?
In a brave
In a brave manner. So these group of words without a verb describes a verb. Okay, so it is coming under the category called adverb. So it is a group of words without a verb. So we can label it as an adverb phrase. Ayan Mohammed, are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Ayan, are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So look at here. She came in a short time. She came in a short time. In a short time is a group of words which is not describing the noun. Right? But it describes the verb. Right? Came in a short time. So this is, or it functions like an adverb here. Okay? So these group of words without a verb functions like an adverb within the sentences are coming under adverb phrase. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now children grow up really quickly. See, you know that the adverbs are usually ending in ly or lly, right? But there are adverbs which is not ending in ly or lly. So here I have used two adverbs together. Really quickly, right? So here really quickly are the group of words without a verb which describes the action called grow up. How did the children grow up?
Really
Really quickly. It is describing the action grow up, growing up, right? Right? And I am leaving the next example for another explanation. We'll come back Okay, let us explain this one also. He is coming at this moment. This also I am living here. Okay, I'll ask question only after explaining a prepositional phrase. Okay, now we got an adverb phrase. You please think about some answers here. I'll be coming back only after teaching the prepositional phrase. You just think about why I have into mark there, why I haven't explained it now. Okay, so let us move back to the next phrase called the prepositional phrase. As you all know, prepositions are actually I can tell you, prepositions are the smallest words which we are actually using to show location of a noun, right? Of something. Usually it comes before a noun, right? In, on, out, near. Okay, all these are the examples for at. All these are the examples for a preposition. Normally, these prepositions are coming just before the noun. Okay, so it is easy for you to identify a prepositional phrase within a sentence, because normally a prepositional phrase is starting with a starting with a preposition and ending with a noun. Okay, normally a prepositional phrase is starting with the preposition and it is ending with the noun. Okay, such a group of words without a verb starting with the preposition, ending with the noun are coming under the fourth phrase called a prepositional phrase. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So support that I have a few examples here. All of you please look at the board now. You can see the prepositional phrase, isn't it?
Yes,
As I have told you, we are beginning with the preposition and ending with the noun. Look at the sentence. I saw myself in the mirror. Starting with the preposition and it is ending with a noun. Clear? So in the mirror is an example for prepositional phrase. So it is easy. Remember, employees can buy a book at a discount. At is a preposition, discount is a noun. Beginning with a preposition, ending with a noun. Prepositional phrase. Okay? Okay? Look at the next example. There is a police at the door. Beginning with a preposition, ending with a noun. Okay? So it's a prepositional phrase, a group of words without a verb. Look at the last one. I stay near the ocean. I stay near the ocean. Tell me. Near
near.
ocean. Group of words without a verb and start beginning with a preposition and ending with a noun. Prepositional phrase. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are going back to the adverbial phrase. Adverb phrase. I have marked two sentences here with an into marking, right? Baseball has become very popular in our town. He is coming at this moment. Why I have written under? See, you know that this is starting with a preposition and ending with a noun. Why I haven't given this as under prepositional phrase? At this moment. Why? Why I have given an example under a adverb phrase? Do you know the reason? Baseball has become very popular in our town. Why I have given or written under the adverb phrase than under the prepositional phrase? Getting? Any clues? No. You have learned a few kinds of adverbs, isn't it? There are a few types of adverbs. You learned adverb of time, adverb of place. So in the town is an example for adverb of place. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Near the ocean.
Okay.
Near the ocean can also be. So don't get confused with the prepositional phrase and adverb phrase. Normally, these two are a little confusing. So see the position, how it is used within a sentence. Okay, children? This is all about a phrase today. Okay, so we have completed a small topic under a major topic, and that is phrase. Okay, so now it's time to post the exam topic, the exam link to you in the chat box. After completing it, I'll be starting with the new topic. Okay, so let us try. It's time to send the link now. So I'll be posting the link now in the chat box. Are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Sorry. Got? It's not coming. You please go through the notes. I'll be, no problem, no problem. I'll be getting the link once again. You go through the notes now, okay? For you to attempt these links, please open the link which I have posted now in the chat box. Open it and try to submit within 6 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. One question, 1 minute. So you need only 10 minutes to finish. Now the time is 6:10. That means 4:10. So you can submit 4:20. 4:20 sharp, I'll be ending my meeting. Once you submit, you can leave the session also. Or stay back, stay back. If there is time, we'll be continuing our class. Okay. The next one, which is actually connected with the phrases. Okay. So let us begin from clauses. Okay.
I just
Clauses.
submitted now.
No problem. No problem. Let me check yours also. If you are feeling sad if I am not checked, I'll check. What is the score of Devika? Congratulations, Devika. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I'm going to
9
take
also.
chapter.
9 also. It's a very good mark. Okay. Those whoever has scored 9 also out of 10 is a very good. Many scored 9 out of 10. Okay. So it's a good score. Don't feel sad. You're all very good children. Next time your class test you should score full marks. And for the MCQ 3 also prepare well. And everybody please score 10 out of 10 for grammar. Okay. So let us see how you're going to appear for the examination. Yes, Ayan. Don't look at me like that. I'm scared. Okay. So you have to work behind your books, rules, everything. Okay. So let us begin clauses. The phrase spelling is PHRASE, right? And what is the spelling of clause?
ma'am.
Is it CLOSE?
Ma'am,
No, ma'am. CLAUSES.
Excellent. The spelling of the word clauses CLAUSE.
USE.
Okay. A phrase is a group of words incomplete in meaning without a verb. It may have a subject. To get a complete meaning, it should be fitted within a sentence. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Time, a clause is also a group of words. Okay, a clause is also a group of words, but children, it has a subject and predicate. Okay, it has a subject and predicate. If the predicate means it should have a verb in it. Okay, in a phrase, a verb is absent. Okay, but in a clause, you can see the presence of a finite verb. Okay, so a clause is a group of words with the subject and predicate. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If it has a verb means it has definitely a subject of its own. Correct? Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but you know children, we are calling these clauses as short sentence. Clauses are also called as a short sentence. Why? Because sometimes it can stand alone like a sentence. But the problem is that a clause is called as a part of a sentence. If we get a long sentence, that long sentences can be chopped into pieces, right? In the form of different words, in the form of short sentences, right? Because we are taking one small word or sentence from here, another sentence from here, and we are combining these two sentences with the help of a conjunction called joining word, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if once we remove these conjunctions from these two different sentences, one part is one clause, the other part is another clause. Okay? So a clause is a part of a sentence. Okay? Imagine it's a part of a sentence. As we have learned by chopping into pieces, different parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech. If we chop the words into 8 pieces, you will be getting 8 parts of speech from that, right? At the same time, 2 sentences, if it is combined, if it is joined with the help of a conjunctions, once we remove conjunction from that, we'll get 2 pieces. And one piece is one clause, the other piece is another clause. Okay, that is why it is called a short sentence. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Smriti, what was your doubt?
Ma'am, so do these clauses form a form up only when a sentence has a conjunction, or they
No, we can add more sentences or more clauses by adding different clauses. Okay, if we add one main clause will be there, and by adding a lot of sub clauses, we can make how Shashi Tharoor is speaking. He's speaking a long speech by adding clauses and clauses and clauses and clauses with the help of a conjunction, right? So putting a comma, we'll be able to construct a long, lengthy sentence. Okay? Okay, by adding sub clauses. I'll teach you what are main clause and what are sub clause. And this is the end of today's session, children. I'll be explaining this clause in the coming class. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.